What's up, guys? So I wanted to talk about Mission 46, the secret mission that gives you the true ending. Now I've finished all the missions and all 157 side-out missions, and I don't know the requirements for unlocking Mission 46. I did it on accident. I'm not. This is not a video of Mission 46. I'm just doing free roam here because Mission 46 is just a repeat mission of the prologue. So, you know, you're not missing anything there, but what's new is the cutscenes at the end of the mission, and after the credits roll, there's dialogue, new dialogue, and you know, I'm not going to spoil anything what was in the cutscenes and all, but it was really cool, and it was a nice touch to the end of the game, and the dialogue at the end of the credits, you know, don't skip the credits, you know, wait it out and get the dialogue, you know, and it was basically a thank you and a goodbye to the fans by Kojima. You know, it was really nice. It was a nice touch. It was kind of sad too, considering everything that's been going on between Kojima and Konami, and to think that this is probably going to be the last Metal Gear Solid game, you know, involving Kojima. So, you know, if you listen to the dialogue, it is kind of sad. But also in the dialogue, in my opinion, there's a message there, and I kind of took from it that somehow, some way, the story of Metal Gear Solid is gonna live on. It's gonna continue in possibly, you know, one of Kojima's next games or one of his next future games. That he's gonna continue this story, you know, somehow in some way. Without, of course, it won't be Metal Gear, but you know, the story is going to continue somehow. Like, he's not going to let this just go. You know, it's just not going to go to Konami and then be done with it. Like, he's going to continue this somehow. And that really was my impression from the dialogue. It wasn't just a thank you and a goodbye. Like, it felt like there was more to it than that. And that'd be great. I hope that he continues the Metal Gear story somehow in a new game. Because I love Metal Gear Solid. I've always loved it, especially since the original PlayStation. You know, for me, I love horror games, and it was Resident Evil and Silent Hill and Metal Gear. Those are the three big games for me, you know, that got me really hooked into gaming. And to think that, you know, Metal Gear, this could be the last Metal Gear game, period, it's just, it sucks. That idea sucks. Because I don't think, you know, Konami may continue doing it, but if it's not going to have Kojima, then, you know, it just won't be the same. I think my favorite Metal Gear Solid game is still going to be Snake Eater, but this one is definitely really good. It's a great game. And I think the only knock on the game that I can say is it can use more boss fights. I think it can use more like characters, and you know, if you're thinking back, if you're a Metal Gear fan, you know, you think back to past games, they've always had lots of boss battles and always like these weird, cool characters, and it's one of the reasons why I liked Snake Eater so much. Just because of all the cool characters and all the cool villains that you got to fight. And each one had like a backstory, and you know, a lot of time and just a lot of TLC was put into the story and all the characters. So I think, you know, this game does have some good characters, some good bosses, but I would like to see maybe a couple more. That'd be cool. But other than that, I think this game has just been phenomenal. And like I said, I still have like things to do, like clean up mission tasks. If you've been following my videos, I've been doing all the S rank videos for all the missions, but you know, there's still plenty to do, and I still need to capture all the animals and things like that. I mean, there's just still tons of stuff to do, and there's still unlockable stuff that I need to unlock, and that's it. And none of it is monetized, so there's no microtransactions here, like stuff like unlockable suits and things. Thank God for that. But that's a breath of fresh air. And what I'm doing now is just free roam, and I'm just going from side op mission to side op mission. And I was kind of skeptical in the beginning. How's Metal Gear going to be in an open world? But now that I've played it, and there's no doubt, it works. And I love being able to take on missions any way I want to. I mean, some of the main missions, there's kind of a set path. There's 100% stealth or whatever it is. But in side ops and free roam, I mean, there's a lot there. There's 157 side op missions, and you can just kind of go through the world playing everything. You can just free roam, and you can do what you want. I mean, you can, like right now I'm just doing stealth, but I mean, you can call in a tank. You can have fun with decoys, or go in with a rocket launcher, or try to kill everyone with claymores. You can do whatever you want. But so that the whole open world thing works, I think. I have no complaints there. I know some people are like, it's open world. There's too much walking around and things, but I don't know. Use a Jeep, use D-Horse. It's not that bad. So, getting back to the story and Mission 46, again, I don't know how you unlock that mission. I did it by accident. It's not even in the strategy guide. I wish I could. Maybe it's online. Maybe somebody knows. You can look it up because if you haven't unlocked it, it's definitely worth unlocking. And you play through the prologue again, but the cutscenes at the end and the dialogue that comes up after the credits, it's a nice touch, and for any fan of Metal Gear, it's worth it. And it's just sad. It's sad what's gone on between Kojima and Konami. Konami doing petty things like removing Kojima's name from the case, the game case. But I thought it was funny. It was because when you play the game, Kojima's name pops up everywhere. Before every mission, after every mission, his name pops up, written, directed, or whatever, creator, Kojima. And he's even in the game. He's even in one of the side ops. You got to go into a camp and extract one of the prisoners, and one of the prisoners is him. And he's sitting there, on the wall, against the wall, and he's tied to the pipe or something. And he's got like a sack over his head. And Snake goes in, and you take the sack off his head, and there's Kojima sitting there. And Snake hands him his glasses, his iconic glasses, and you extract him out, and that was like really cool. That was a nice touch. So, as much as Konami tried to erase Kojima from this game, they couldn't do it. I mean, he's like all over this game when you play it. So I thought that was funny as hell. So I mean, my impressions, it's a great game, and if it wasn't for other great games out there this year like Witcher 3 and Bloodborne and things, I think this Metal Gear would have swept Game of the Year. I mean, I think it's that good, but that's just my opinion. It at least deserves the recognition, and I'm glad it's getting it as being a Game of the Year candidate. It definitely deserves it. But I really hope that this story lives on somehow, because it's sad to think that this could be the last Metal Gear. And I mean, Konami may continue doing it, but I don't think I really care if Kojima's not involved. But we'll see. We'll see. So that's really it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this game as much as I did. It's definitely worth the price of admission. Take this guy out. But I really don't have much negative to say about it. Other than just I'd like to see some new bosses, some new characters in it. But I don't know, it's minor. It's no big deal. The gameplay is very satisfying, and the stealth is really good, and it has all the typical Metal Gear stuff in it, like sneaking around in a box. That stuff's great. So, you know, thanks for watching, guys. If you watch my S rank videos, you know, thanks for watching, and you know, enjoy playing the game. If you haven't played it yet, I think you'll really like it. And thanks, guys. Enjoy.